Hello everyone and welcome back to Authentic Worth Publishing, bringing worth back into you through storytelling and book writing. Before I begin, I don't want to take what I'm about to say lightly. And I know we're still on a journey to grow and reach a grand, but on behalf of Authentic Worth Publishing and team, we want to take this opportunity to thank you all so much for those who have recently subscribed to our YouTube channel. We remember when we started, and we didn't have a clue of what we wanted to initially do. We were just on Instagram and Facebook until it was prompted for us to start YouTube because we wanted to record more video content. So I want to find out from you all, what other contents do you want us to show you? Let us know. Could it be how to physically format a book? Could it be how to start writing a book? Could it be book launch videos? And we would be very grateful if you can leave it in the comment section below. In today's video, I want to talk about what is stopping you from writing your book. We had a recent consultation with an aspiring author that is looking to publish their book in the new year. Yes, we are called Authentic Worth, and we want that to emulate naturally. We know how vulnerable it can be to share about certain parts of your life. We know it's not easy. We know that some are still healing from past wounds and traumas. But there is something beautiful about sharing your story with the world. Some of you that may be listening to me right now is saying, oh, I've published a book, I've tried to use a literary agent, but I've been rejected. And for that reason, we've specifically recorded a video about that, what to do after a literary agency rejects you, and why worry about a literary agency rejecting you. I want to remind you that you are not alone in your journey. And sometimes when you are knocked back, it can really break your confidence. And I understand. In 2016, when I wrote my first book, I didn't have a clue of how I was going to market it. And at that time, I did it all by myself. And the turnout eventually was so great. And I've got a video about my first book launch, which I will also link in the description bar below for you to watch in your own time. Had I held on to the fears and thought, I don't know what to do, I'm just going to leave it in my room, or I'm going to just leave it on Amazon, it wouldn't be as popular as it is now. So this is my first book that I published in 2016 called It's Time to Heal, A Woman's Journey to Self-Discovery and Freedom. And I remember the journey of this book and how much it really cost me to share so many vulnerable moments with my audience. And when we really understand why we're writing a book and the purpose behind it, it makes it easier. If I can ask you right now, what are you currently struggling with when it comes to writing a book? What are the things that are making you hold back? Is it writer's block? Is it fear? Is it lack of accountability? What is it? Because at Authentic Worth, we provide a plethora of services that can cater to your specific needs. However, as a business, we're very mindful of not just assuming that we know what you need. Rather, we want to give you directly what you know you need, not what we think you need. There's a difference. Some people have a story in them and they think that it will help the community. But the question is, have you done your due diligence? Have you done your research? In our online courses that we provide for our aspiring authors, those are some of the questions that we cover in depth. Do you understand who your book is for? Do you know your audience? Once you're able to identify your audience, it will become much more easier for you to learn how to start writing. But before you start writing, you need to be confident in yourself. You need to make sure you know what you are providing and what you're bringing to the table. Because you might be thinking, there are so many authors out there. Yes, I've got 7 books, but it doesn't mean that you can't write your first one. And it does not mean that your first book won't equate to a second book. And then your second book will equate to a third book. I knew that when I published It's Time to Heal, I knew that this book isn't just going to be one alone. There are many books out there that speak about things that may not even add value. But where you see your life right now will determine the books that you will read and purchase. Until you are serious about where you are, you will not see change in your life until you start investing in reading. And as for me, reading is my remedy. I love books, and I dedicate myself 10 pages a day to read one book. So I want to encourage you, as you're taking the time to listen to this video, don't hold back on that book. We've got so many videos talking about building confidence, utilizing your voice, why your story needs to be heard on our YouTube channel. And you can browse through them at any time. But I want this video to remind you that your story matters. Whether you go down the traditional publishing route or you hire a publisher to help you share your story, both are important. And your story is about getting it out there. It's never about trying to hide what you know someone needs. I wrote this on the 1st of October, and I stated here, what came to mind was the time we have right now and what we are doing with it. We all have a purpose to fulfill, and waiting for things to fall in place before you commit to something could be costing the destiny of others. It is when we understand our purpose on earth and why we are here, to serve, to give back, and to build strong relationships with others, that will enable us to grow stronger and wiser in making better decisions that won't only benefit us, but our future generation. In this new month of October, let's be more intentional about working to build legacies, community, and healthy relationships that will further grow towards nations. Remember, I use that word nations because I'm going to go back on it very soon. Each day you have here matters. It's what you do with it that ultimately matters. With that said, take the time to ease your mind and read and study books that will challenge, stimulate, and help you become better to influence and impact your own community, starting with one story at a time. And I was inspired to write this when I came from a church service, which was about kingdom revolution. And what I got from it is that whilst we are here on this earth, what are we doing with the time that we have? Now that October is here, what are we really doing with it? The books that we are about to birth into the world is not just for where you are right now. It's for nations. And that's what a book can do. It can spread to many countries and it can be read by so many people if you just start. So what is stopping you today from writing that book? Why do you feel so overwhelmed? Or you don't think that you'll be able to do well? I want you to understand that at Authentic Worth, we know how it feels to start without the experience. We know how it is to start without feeling that you are equipped. And that's why we've implemented our one-to-one accountability coaching services, that we can understand the vision of your book in greater depth. And all our services can be found on authenticworth.com/publishing services. So ask yourself today, what are you doing with the time that you have? The stories that you want to birth, what is stopping you? What is preventing you from writing and sharing that book? And I would love you to leave your responses in the comment section below to let us know what we can do to support you. Not only is your life precious, but your story is profound. And it is going to make a great impact in your community when you start. So do not hold back. You may not think that you have what it takes to write a book, but I guarantee you everyone that is listening to this video has a book in them. Whether it's personal, educational, no matter what it is, professional, you have a book in you that the world is waiting to hear. So do not hold back. Utilize your gifts, utilize your skills and your talents, and let those work for you. You can have a book that can do so well in many years to come without you having to write it again. Don't take books for granted. Gone are those days when people say books don't sell. Books do sell. They do. They really do when you have a profound story to share. And don't even worry about the sales right now. Focus on getting the book done first. And eventually, you will see the opportunities coming in. So be encouraged. For those who would like to join our mailing list, please do send us an email at info@authenticworth.com, as well as joining our author and business memberships. We would be so glad to have you on. Now that we are nearly towards the end of 2023, it would be amazing to have you in our Authentic Worth community family. So for memberships, you are welcome to visit the website on www.authenticworth.com/memberships-join. Without further ado, we want to say a massive thank you again for your constant support and your input and investment in Authentic Worth. We are surely bringing worth back into you through storytelling and book writing, and we continue to do much more as each day goes by sharing one story at a time. Don't forget to follow us on our social platforms for more updated content, which is Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, of course, LinkedIn, Twitter, and TikTok. Take care and have a great day wherever you are. Bye-bye.